Right? We back. We right back. Sorry for the break. I promise it won't happen again. In fact, I'll be picking up the pace here in the strange world that you often pass by, but perhaps never notice. Yet you should notice the strange world of the mop swingers. Chapter 21, Shift 3702. Damn, Chuck, you're really kicking it back there tonight. Looks like you spent the time off practicing. Respect. Give it up for Chuck on the double bass back there, folks. Little did the mop swingers know that one of the dealership's previous owners was none other than Richard Nixon, who was of course named after King Lionheart, one of many men who no doubt signed a pact with the devil at one time or another. But that was all ancient history. Perhaps the mop swinger's true vocation was wiping away the sins of the past, that of our ill-begotten leaders, and that of our own. But is there ever enough soap? I doubt it. Peter followed you like he was a guide and led you through the darkness of the garage into the eternal light of the showroom. The crew of women that worked the other shift left a impossibly heavy bag of wet, dirty rags for them to take to the cleaners. Due to Nixon's foreign policy, China also owned the back of the garage of the dealership where much of the eastern demons dwelled. Then Peter and you carried the mop bucket and sticks up a long flight of steps to take care of level 2. You dipped the mop. Peck and Paw did some wild editing, that's for sure. Peter moved the bucket to the other side of the room. The inspiration for Billy Walsh from Entourage, no doubt. You mopped patterns similar to the symbol for DNA on one side of the showroom. A classic character. He looks like the kind of director they think a director looks and acts like. Amazing on so many levels. Self-parody with no sense of irony. Peter mopped in random patterns that resembled a Jackson Pollock painting. I could see you being locked in the bathroom with a bottle of whiskey and a pistol. But then again, you're a writer. You slid all the chairs away from the kitchen table. That wouldn't make sense. Peter mopped under the table. What would you do if someone said you were like Fellini from 8.5? You jammed your mop under the fridge, attempting to get at some sludge. I would laugh. Peter rinsed his mop. Do you think it is important to maximize the polarity of different characters? You ponder the question. I think it depends on the movie, or what type of movie I should say. Peter opened the window to let out the cleaning chemicals. It did little good. Like every time you approach it should be like nothing seen before. Your mop somehow got stuck in an invisible crack between the floor and the molding. What he did not see was a crack opened in the dimension he inhabited. I'm not so sure that is important. Peter helped you carry the mop bucket back downstairs to the supply closet. They abandoned the mop stuck in the wall for the time being. No one went to that particular corner very often anyway. I suppose by the very nature of existence, it can't help but be different every time. Another day departed. The brown air of Detroit caused lonely animals to howl in the night. The only ones who heard those cries were you and Peter, carrying more cleaning supplies at once than Sherpas on Everest. They steadied themselves against another war against the remains of the day. Here the obscure nobility manifested. Peter pushed the Zamboni up a steep ramp, a job that should have taken 10 men at least. Should there be major tension between narrative form and content? Midway through the shift, a UFO from the Orion Nebula flew by at light speed overhead, right on schedule, unseen by all. You were out in front, spraying the deadly purple stuff on the floor. This is difficult. I'm sure Robert Altman would have a much more interesting answer than I. Peter lost his footing and started to slide down the hill. He got his breath under control in the way of the samurai and avoided having his body crushed against the wall. Wouldn't he? People like shortcuts. I do not think it is a very good movie, but I don't think I'm old enough. You stopped spraying. Hold up. You don't like shortcuts? That's Raymond Carver, fool. Peter got the Zamboni to the top of the ramp, started the engine, and released the soap. We should not put any original culture, film or otherwise, on a pedestal. Lars von Trier, while he may be a psycho, is a genius because of the film Melancholia. humanity disappears from the face of the earth. You started to dance. What could be more beautiful? No more garbage to clean up, that's for damn sure. Peter checked to make sure the battery didn't melt again. Careful, brother. We must not succumb to nihilism. You stopped dancing. I know, I was joking, I think. The security guard accidentally locked him in the parking lot. They called for assistance. No one answered the call for help. A strange man rode a bike through the darkness, singing an opera song at the top of his lungs. You and Peter were struck there for the unseeable future, at the absurdity of it all.